Howdy everybody, we're starting out this episode a little bit differently than normal. You might notice that we're not actually looking at the save file we're using for the LP. This is in fact my original save file, as you can tell from my $32 million and my rank 1 in the arena and hunter class 15. I've put loader 4 in the background for our AC, just so you don't see any design spoilers. So the plan is, I had noticed that I'd been using a lot of very similar ACs and missions, and I decided that was a little bit of a problem, that everybody should get to see a little bit more variety in the kind of playstyle from Armored Core 6, because there's so many different ways you can play this game. And the solution I had to that would also solve another problem. The arena's not very hard, is the thing. It's just kind of easy. You can retry as many times as you want. There's not a mission ahead of it. Like, you can't heal, but neither can they. It's really easy to trivialize a lot of arena fights. So I decided I'd kill two birds with one stone, and we jump over to my 100% complete save file, where I have pre-prepared a variety of extremely stupid gimmick and reference ACs, which we will be using against the B rank arena opponents. Now I'm going to do some editing magic so you don't see any of the arena opponents you shouldn't yet. But we're gonna, off screen, I'm gonna handle the B rank arena for our save file, and instead you'll be seeing me doing, I assure you, extremely stupid things against the B rank arena opponents. And let me tell you, I had a very narrow range of ACs to pick from, because a lot of my more iconic designs, I would say, involve parts that you are not allowed to see yet. So look forward to that in the future. Alright, I'll see you when we get to the first opponent and rank B. Our first opponent for rank B is V3 O'Keefe, with his AC Baron Flower, 3rd squad leader of the Vespers, the Arquebus Group's augmented human squad. O'Keefe is originally a member of an older generation of augmented humans, and during the Island 4 disturbance, he worked as an agent carrying out espionage activities. He was later headhunted by Arquebus's information department, and agreed to sign up on the condition that they provided him with Generation 9 augmentation surgery to counteract the coral burn-in on his brain. Right, let's give it a shot.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program, number 12, entering rank B. Subject AC, Baron Flower. Call sign, V3 O'Keefe. Commencing evaluation.
Main system, activating combat mode.
So this time we'll be piloting 1997 Original, the nameless AC that you started with in Armored Core 1. It is equipped with the Scudder rifle, a laser blade, and an active homing missile. The active homing missile I picked for aesthetics, but the laser blade and Scudder are relatively similar in terms of functionality compared to the original equipment for this AC. There's the fully charged laser blade swing. I suspect we're probably going to have some trouble breaking through that pulse barrier with this setup, but we'll make it through, I'm sure. Really, our game plan here is we just need to hit while he's staggered, using the fully charged pulse blade. Also, I've got the worst possible generator and FCS on this thing.
50%.
Because again, it's supposed to be the first AC you control an AC-1. So, you know. see how quickly we can break through that pulse armor. Maybe try to get him with the assault armor. I didn't put an expansion on this because AC1 doesn't have expansions. Never mind. The laser blade, a big reason I don't use it that much is because it has a tendency to overshoot when charged. And it's just not quick enough for my taste on the regular hit. It's just like, it's like that. It's just not, it doesn't feel very effective to use it in that way.
AP at 30%.
Let's see if we can make it. I believe in us. O'Keefe can't handle the original AC. He definitely can. Oh, that was it. Perfect. I could not have asked for a better finish. So there we go. Maybe one of the worst possible ACs you could build.
Evaluation. Well done.
Got through O'Keefe. Beautiful. All right, and that's O'Keefe done. Our second rank B opponent is Cinder Carla, with her AC full course. The ringleader of RAD and its chief engineer, responsible for the basic specifications of all the organization's products. A specialist in data processing and machine design, and a fount of knowledge with an imaginative genius, Cinder Carla has produced a long line of eccentric and fanciful weaponry, quite unlike those found in a corporate catalog. Her stated design philosophy: what use is a killing machine that can't get a good laugh? Okay, here we go.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program, number 11, rank... What is this?
Kinda creepy to go around ranking strangers, don't you think? Well, whatever. I'm busy, but you can have this own data.
Main system activating combat mode.
And for our fight against Carla, we will be using Crazy Taxi from hit Sega video game Crazy Taxi. I felt this was an appropriate matchup between the two because they're both kind of a little goofy. Crazy Taxi has 2 pulse guns and 2 plasma missiles. Just because I thought those were the most taxi-like weapons available. The plasma missiles, of course, leave a damaging field afterwards on impact, and the pulse guns, well, you've seen what pulse guns do to me, so... Crazy Taxi is very fun to drive around, admittedly. Carla's kind of a pain to deal with because she has so many different types and angles of missile. But the pulse guns can keep her at bay well enough. We just have to make sure we don't overextend on our quick boosts, and this should be clean. Yeah, there we go. Not too rough this time. I really thought Crazy Taxi was going to be an awful AC, but it works out pretty well.
Don't know about this.
It appears the data contained an unauthorized message. We apologize. Terminating evaluation.
And that's Carla done. Our third arena opponent for rank B is Cold Call, with his AC Dead Sled, an independent mercenary who bargained his way into an effortless entry to Rubicon, having anticipated the extraplanetary corporation's forays well before they made their move. A specialist in corporate wet work, Cold Call removes undesirable elements on behalf of those who do not wish to be seen getting their hands dirty. Quick to identify a fellow assassin, he claims that you can smell a killer right through their AC. Alright, here we go.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program, number 10, rank B. Subject AC, dead sled. Call sign, cold call. Commencing evaluation.
Main system activating combat mode.
You know, I had this big plan to use a really cool AC for this fight, but as you can see, instead of the scheduled arena match, we've got live footage of our current opponent, Cold Call, being attacked by a Rubiconian kangaroo. Dozens are already injured, thousands dead. You know, Rubiconian kangaroos, they don't take prisoners, so anything that survives is an accident. They're just so hyper-aggressive, and that's why they can so easily take on an AC, even without the ability to fire weapons. And you know, they do have the ability to assault armor, but of course, as everyone knows, the original core expansion assault armor was inspired by the natural combat techniques of the Rubiconian kangaroo. That's just a fact. Oh, and it looks like Cold Call has managed to take the kangaroo down. Well, that's good news for Rubicon.
Main system activating
Okay,
combat
this is
mode.
attempt number 22. Our strategy is to get behind something, and then hope Cold Call comes around the corner, where we will promptly assault armor him, and then we can use our powerful kicks to ruin his day. I believe, oh, this is gonna be the one. I can feel it. We got 2 kicks off of this. We need to escape now. We cannot keep engaging, or he will kill us because he does have guns. But we're doing so good right now. I think one more assault armor and 2 more kicks will do it. We just need to stay away until we've got our assault armor back. This is really the only strategy that works for this fight, for this incredibly stupid thing I've done to myself. Oh, we're gonna miss. We missed capitalizing on that kick. That's unfortunate. He's staying close by though, which is good for us. We might be able to do some just raw kick damage on him if he'll stay right here. Alright, let's try to use this building as cover. He's real bad at dealing with this building anyway.
30%.
Let's see. Can we get him? Got another kick in. Fantastic. Alright. Our assault armor is going to be back soon. Come on around. Okay, we're almost done here. And that's it. Oh, we killed Cold Call with only kicks. That was amazing.
Target destroyed.
Why did I do this? It took like 40
Concluding
minutes.
evaluation. Well done.
I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. That was so stupid. Beautiful. Our 4th arena opponent for rank B is V4 Rusty, with his AC, Steel Haze. 4th squad leader of the Vespers, the Arquebus Group's augmented human squad. Discovered through the recruitment program operated by Schneider, an Arquebus affiliate, Rusty so quickly distinguished himself that he was selected to join the upper echelons of Vespers in less than half a year. Rusty received augmentation surgery prior to joining the Vespers, and though the precise details are unclear, he has declared himself to be of the 8th generation.
Main system activating combat mode.
I'm sure that everyone here has heard the famous tale of how the statistic that the average person fires 3 missiles a day is in fact an error caused by counting the statistical outlier, Missiles George, who fires 10,000 missiles per day. And of course, after pulling some strings, I was able to get Missiles George here in the arena with us today. As you can see, Missiles George is using a wide variety of missiles, including split missiles, he's using vertical missiles, he's using, and I believe he's using some siege missiles today. Those are fun. Siege missiles delay themselves a little bit before firing, so it's really easy to apply pressure with them, but they can't multi-lock. They are used for single targets only. And of course, Missile Storage is a reverse joint leg build, so he can stay in the air as often as possible, where it's much easier to hit ACs with his many missiles. We're up against Rusty here, and as you can see, Rusty really doesn't have any hope against missiles. Doesn't matter how fast you are if someone who's fired 10,000 missiles a day is shooting at you.
Concluding evaluation. Well done.
Alright, see you some other time, Missile Storage. He's going back to his home planet. And that's Steel Haze done. Our fifth and final rank B arena opponent is Honest Brute with his AC, Milktooth. Leader of the Junker Coyotes, a major doser force, Brute was originally hired by RAD. His smooth-talking, affable nature quickly caught the attention of Carla, who found him quite unlike the average doser. When it was discovered that the man was a psychopath and a pathological liar, he fled, taking a considerable amount of RAD's funds and technology with him, a loss that was too great for Carla to tolerate.
Main system activating combat.
On loan from the Inner Sphere's House Davian, we have a salvaged Mad Cat. What it lacks in ability to boost at all, it makes up for in its extreme firepower with its dual large lasers and twin large missile racks. As you can see, this amount of firepower is making quick work of Honest Brute, who really just can't stand up to this kind of onslaught, even though the Mad Cat is mostly stationary compared to an AC. Got through that just fine. Good work from the Inner Sphere.
Well done.
Alright, I hope everybody enjoyed the arena showcase. We're back on our home save file with Gun 13 Raven and our AC, Initial Contact. I have made a couple changes to Initial Contact. Did want to vary up its armaments a little bit, so we're trying out some different missiles. We've got a split missile launcher, which it fires 8-way split missiles. These cannot multi-lock like most missiles can, but it's a large number of missiles shot in one go. Just experimenting with it. I think it might be pretty effective for the way that I already use missiles. And on our right shoulder, we've got the active homing missile launcher, which you've already seen. It was the missile launcher we were using on a 1997 original, just for the aesthetics. But I think it is also going to be a net gain for Initial Contact. I know you've seen a lot of Initial Contact, but you know, I'm doing a thing with our ACs. You'll figure it out, I'm sure. Alright, we've got a couple missions to do. I want to start out with historic data recovery because it's really the shortest one, and then we can take it from there on which missions we'd like to do. Let's go and get this handled.
Raven, I have a personal request to ask you. It's about the Engabrit Tunnel, which is to be shut down after it was hit by a coral surge. I want to go there and survey the area. Even before the coral surge, that place had been all but abandoned. It's an old structure, dating far back into the colonization of Rubicon. There must be items of interest from throughout the planet's history there. As I'm sure you're aware, I have no resources with which to pay you. But I can propose an alternative. If you find any wrecks left by the PCA, you should try accessing them. Both the corporations and the Rubiconians are gathering data on PCA technology. Whatever you collect, I can exchange for credits and transfer the funds to you.
Okay, let's go do this request for Ayre specifically.
I've taken a few liberties. Walter thinks you've gone on a geological survey. Thank you for doing this for me, Raven.
Main system activating combat mode.
Let's get started, Raven. I've already located several wrecks that we should be able to recover data from. I'll send the marker data.
Okay, this is one of the few missions in the game where it might be possible for you to walk out with a higher expense cost than money you made, because you can make no money from this mission. There are, of course, a number of wrecks that are really hard to miss. You'd have to deliberately try to miss them. But you could just ignore them and then walk out with a negative number, like you're playing an older Armored Core. Like, there's literally one in the first room.
PCA craft data. I'll exchange it for credits and send them to you later.
Of course, you'll remember that this is the same tunnel
Coral is
that,
able to conduct data and can influence digital equipment. The effects of the coral surge must have brought some of the wrecks back online. Let's see what we can find.
This is the same tunnel that we participated in the tunnel sabotage in, and caused all this damage, somewhat indirectly. No, I guess that was directly our fault now that I think about it. All the new missiles I brought are kinda not great for this situation, but it'll be fine. There are no real threats in this mission. Not that I've encountered anyway. Maybe there's something tucked in a corner that's awful. This mission is largely here for plot. It's not really here for gameplay. And here's our second money wreck.
This data seems valuable too. I'm so glad this is turning into a profitable mission. Let's keep looking, Raven.
We probably just paid all of our ammo costs with that one
An
wreck.
older generation of AC.
Professor Nagai's log number 4. Text data extracted from a wreck, the lost auto-transcription for a voice log recorded by Professor Nagai, the Rubicon Research Institute director. No, the coral tide is rising at an abnormal rate. This resonance, it suggests some kind of mutation. Run the calculations. How much time do we have? 47 hours, 2 minutes, 16 seconds. We still have time. Deploy EBIS.
According to the timestamp, this was recorded 2 days before the fires of Ibis. This seems to be about the warning signs of the calamity, right before it struck.
So, Armored Core 6 never lies to you about this if you pay careful attention to the phrasing, but this is the first moment I realized that the fires of Ibis were not a thing that the coral caused, but a thing that was done. I believe this room is... Yep, this room's dangerous. We've got some electrical fog guys. Again, it's dangerous to be anywhere near them. You can see yep, there's electrical discharge, kind of unavoidable in this room. Just gonna happen. Just need to make a place for ourselves to stand so we can actually fight back. using these fancy missiles might actually be costing us more money than we're going to make in this mission. If that happens to turn out that way, that's going to be very funny.
That's an old Baus AC. The Rubiconians used to pilot these.
Text data, Dolmayan's writings, number 2. This appears to come from the writings of Thumb Dolmayan, father of the Liberation Front. How long has it been since I first saw her voice? Fear not, she said. There will always be plenty. She told me this as I was imbibing Rubicon's blessings one fateful day. If I were you, I'd never allow this, I replied, and I was forever ashamed by my deceit.
This seems to be a recording of Dolmayan, the Liberation Front's ideological leader. But this appears to be something exceptionally personal.
Got another empty. Oh, something's attacking us from up there. Got it. We'll let the split missiles handle that. Very effective missiles. I don't think you could use them up close, though, which is making me reconsider them. We've got Professor Nagai's log number 2. Assistant number 1 has lost his mind. His research has utterly consumed him. Granted, there may be some logic to C-pulse sensory augmentation of human subjects, but no ethical scholar would ever dare cross that point of no return. Mankind is driven mad by possibilities. What does Coral represent, if not sheer potential?
This is about the first augmented humans. The same Coral technology that created you. But without it, we never would have made contact. I'm not picking up any more data stores. If this outing has made you think about Rubicon's past and the nature of Coral, then it was all worth it.
Oh, we totally missed one. There's one down this shaft that I forgot about. It's just a money one, though. There's no lore. Okay. We spent $17,000 on those missiles. Amazing.
One new message.
What kept you, 621? You're a famous mercenary now. Time to act like one. Just get some rest. That's the important thing.